I have to ask you guys about All Secrets Known. I mean, I really like that track. It's such a great opener for the album. Tell me just a little bit about that song.
It's pretty much self-explanatory,
Yeah.
you know.
Is it a mission statement, I guess?
Jerry Maguire? You're going to go Jerry Maguire on this? Wow.
Yeah. Sort of, I mean, but, you know, a lot of the record, you know, like the Dog record had that too. People were kind of...
So did Dirt or anything.
Yeah, they all kind of did. So everything on, when we make albums, even though people probably don't buy albums anymore, we still make them that make sense to us, you know. So that seemed like the only way to start the album and say what it needed to be said, you know.
We've always poured a lot of our lives into our music. I mean, it's our music, and that's what, you know, I think that that's the music that speaks to me, is something that's written from a personal point of view from somebody else that you get or understand or maybe have in common, you know. We all go through pretty much all the same shit. It's just at different times, you know, so we're all running around the same track, maybe traveling at different speeds at times, but we're all going the same direction, so.
I wanted to ask you guys, I mean, you've probably been asked this question a million times, but William, how'd you get him? Just basically quick history on Will.
Who are you talking about?
Your new singer. William.
Somebody in the band?
What?
Yeah.
This is news to me. I need to get... No, Will's great, man. He's been a...
You scared the shit out of me, man.
No, Will's great, man. I mean, he's a badass, and kind of started from like friends first. You know, Jerry and him had a relationship where they'd worked together in the past, and I'd met Will through that, and Mike, and so it wasn't like just some random guy. And when we got together to play, certain opportunities come up, and he was just one of the first guys we thought of, and we just wanted to get in a room and jam just for fun, and he came in and was, you know, familiar with the music, and he's a super talented guy, and you know, like I said, we'd already been kind of friends, so, you know, we kind of operate like a family. It's not really, we just needed another member if we were going to even, you know, perform or anything. It's always been a 2-vocal band and all this stuff, so we needed somebody that was comfortable and capable of working in that environment, and he's the guy, you know, and it was really pretty easy. That, you know, the hard part is, you know, not having Lane there, and our, you know, our friend in our relationship. That's the emotional part is hard, and trying to even think if you want to deal with that, you know. Everybody around has an opinion, you know, about your life, and we don't really buy into that much, but, you know, nowadays everybody's can chime in on their phone about shit, so we don't really pay attention to that, but it's harder to not have it around, you know, because people, hey, you know, and you know, he took on the challenge, and he's done a great job, and I commend him for that, you know, and
yeah, I mean, he's become a part of the family and part of the history of this band, and you know, a valid cornerstone for us even to be able to do this. You know, we all stood up together and did it, and everybody's come along. You know, all of our fans, for the most part, you know, have supported him too. You know, it's just been really cool, kind of actually watching him grow and take it on, and you know, it's a lot. You know, it was a lot of stuff for him to consider too, even stepping into that, because you know what you're gonna get. You know, he's not coming in he never came in trying to replace Lane. That was never the intention. You know, Lane was Lane, and that's it. You know, and William had, you know, he's got the extra added challenge of stepping into a band that kind of works a certain way. We sound a certain way, and the cool thing is he's able to be himself and fit right in. You know, and there were elements of that were really instant, and then there were also elements that we worked on really hard, you know, like as you imagine you would, you know, and that takes effort. And he put it in, we put it in, and you know, you don't. There's a lot of times in life, you know, you find yourself someplace you don't expect to be, and you just gotta kind of. It's
Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto. Yeah, you just kind of make it up as you go along. That's all we ever did. So, you know, this was the situation we found ourselves in, and we decided to keep doing things together. You know, it's great being in this band because it is important, the music that we make, and we're very aware of that fact that we have the opportunity to do that, and it's something that we really enjoy. But even beyond that, you know, Lane and Sean and Mike and Star before, and now William. You know, it's a family, man. And this is my family, and that's the way it is. It's a mom and pop business, and you know, I get to do this with my friends. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Now you mentioned, I mean, you guys are aware of how important your music is. Was there a moment when you guys?
To us, yeah, I guess more.
But-
I'm not saying. I'm just saying it's important to us what we do. But my point was that it's more important to me the personal relationships and all the shit we've been through and all the cool things that you've seen each other grow through and, you know, become better people and, you know, learn some dumbass lessons and and try not to do those things anymore and you know, life's pretty good. We still don't have a straight job.
Yeah, I mean, you got away with it this long without having to get a real job. So.
Well, I mean, if you're not going to say that you're aware of how important your music is, I will. And you know, a lot of bands, were you know, super affected by your band. And you know, I wondered if there was a moment when you guys realized that you guys really had something special. You know, something that connected to people a little bit more than just this band that was playing in Seattle. You know, was there a moment where you were like, "Holy shit, this is something"?
Yeah, we're lucky to get that pretty much anywhere we go play because those people show up and it means something to them. You know, I mean, all you can really do is concentrate on what it means to you. I mean, we got no control over where it's going to go after it leaves our hands, and so you know that, and that's pretty much your only chance to have your control and your say about what it sounds like and what you are. I'm really proud of all of the music that we made, including our last record, and I think it all kind of lives up to a certain standard, even though there's no real set rule about how we go about doing things, you know.
Yeah, I got a different appreciation for it. You know, when we were away from it for so long, you know, we pulled out and we wouldn't do interviews or, you know, spent a decade or so dodging this, what we're doing right now, and and to come back and do all this, you know, it's been great. And you see that it lived on, you know, without us being involved with it. The music lived on, and radio never left it, and it got played, and other generations picked it up, and that's something that record companies and nobody can do for you. You know, the business stops at a certain point, and people take over, and if they like it and they want to turn other people onto it, you know, the same way we all got turned on to whatever we were, you know, like our older brother or sister or friend turned you on to Led Zeppelin. I mean, whatever, you know, and that happened, and being away from it for that time, and then coming back and kind of doing this slowly and seeing that had happened, because I don't really, unfortunately, this is radio, I don't listen to it, sorry, but to see that happen, you have a different appreciation for it. You're like, wow, this still exists, you know, and that's really cool, you know, to step back. I mean, it would be really great if you could actually step completely out of it and look at it from the other side, like go to a show and even go like, are they even any good? You know, I mean, because it's so close and it's just what you do. You have no, you know, we know what it's about and what we do, and that's enough, more than enough to keep us, you know, doing this and caring about it. But I always wonder what it'd be like to be completely seeing it fresh, you know. That would be kind of cool to do. So
Step out of the body for a bit.
Yeah, that'd be great.
This is my last question, guys. Give me a story, you know, from the 90s when shit was just
90s?
crazy.
Shit was crazy, and so was I. Definitely.
Like maybe just a show that stands out, or a moment where you guys were like, you know, maybe from the Dirt era or something, when you guys were just like, this is ridiculous. Stuff that normal human beings would never go through. You know, maybe you were on a helicopter or something weird.
We went down to L.A. to record Dirt, and we set up, and we were getting sounds. On the first day, the Rodney King verdict came down, and we all looked at each other right when that happened, and we're like, this city is going to burn. And sure as shit, about 30 minutes later, the whole town was on fire, and we had to stop the record.
Yeah, we were just starting to track. We were in the room all jamming together, and the producer calls up about an hour later after we said we were watching it on TV. We're like, man, this is probably going to riot. It's going to be weird. And we were in there jamming, and We're just starting to. We're all playing together, and then he comes through the. We got to get out of here. The city's on fire. We're like, nah. When you got in a van and we had to drive all the way through it.
Those Volvos, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it was crazy.
We were staying at the Oakwoods in Venice, and we were in the valley, so we had to get all the way there, and we had to drive through that stuff, and it was amazing. People were going in stores, ripping it off,
throwing shit at the
Yeah,
cars.
it was crazy. We went up to Joshua Tree and ate peyote with Tom Araya for 4 days.
Explore Music wears English Laundry apparel.